Hello, I'm Philip Brunelle, Artistic Director and founder of Vocal Essence and organist choirmaster at Plymouth Congregational Church in Minneapolis. So each day, I've taken a different composer, someone who's had a role to play in these two organizations, and do a feature on the music, particularly the choral music of this composer. Today, it's the Mexican composer Carlos Chavez, born in 1899, died in 1978. He was not only a composer, he was a conductor, an educator, a journalist. Born in Mexico City, he was for 5 years the director of the National Conservatory. And during that time, he got Mexico to start thinking about its indigenous music. And that, of course, has continued to this present day. He wrote for the Mexican newspaper El Universal over 36 years and did more than 500 articles. In 1947, he formed the National Symphony Orchestra. In 1970, for 3 years, he was the music director of the Cabrillo Festival of Contemporary Music in California. Chavez music can be rather abstract. It can follow the folkloric ideas and popular elements. He loved to use dances, tangos, wapangos, foxtrots. So for instance, in this piece, it's a piece that he wrote for chorus with a chamber orchestra called La Paloma Azul, which means the blue dove. And in that, you can see this kind of sense of his music when they sing. He also, of course, wrote music that was more abstract than that. But he also loved, in music, you've got octaves, and you have fifths, and you have fourths. And he loved to write with the fourths and the fifths. And this is a little bit that you can feel that with the piano concerto that he wrote, a concerto in 1942. So partway through the first movement, you hear the piano solo part doing this. So you get that feeling of the fourths and fifths in his music. But he also did a piece of music called Tierra Mojada, a piece that we did at Vocal Essence, which translates as wet earth. It's a short piece for a cappella chorus. And I remember the first time I saw it, the tenors begin with this. But at the same time, one soprano is to sing ah on this note. Can you imagine? So you would hear this. And then everyone. wrote that piece in 1961. And the other piece of his that we performed was a one called El Sol, the Sun, which he called a Mexican Ballad. He wrote this in 1962 using folk melodies. So at the beginning, the orchestra plays this introduction, and you hear this. So again, that same idea of the fifths and the fourths. And then later, the chorus comes in, and you hear. Music of Carlos Chavez. Have a wonderful day.